Welcome back to Power Lunch. Well, maybe lunch is in order. And what is the definition of radical economic transformation? Well, that's not what we're talking about. But coming back to my comment on lunch, ever heard of Ocean Basket? Well, they've recently acquired rights to open up stores in Saudi Arabia. Now, to help us unpack it all, we're joined by Grace Harding. She's a company leader at Ocean Basket. Grace, good to have you with us.
Thanks.
Just to take a look at Saudi Arabia, what made that kind of market attractive to a company like Ocean Basket?
Well, we have very successful stores already in Dubai, and our brand and our offering certainly is suitable to that target audience. And we actually got in touch with SEDCO through the Consulate General. So what is amazing is that without us even being aware of it, our embassies are doing a lot of great work for us. And we'd certainly find that that kind of target market is perfect for value for money, generous seafood, family sharing, and that's how it came about.
Why have you remained independent, Grace? We've seen famous brands snapping up just about everything that had an opportunity. We've also seen Taste coming in aggressively. And yet here you are, Ocean Basket, with 178 outlets in 9 countries already, going into Saudi as your 10th. How have you managed to do that?
Tenacity and determination. The company is still obviously owned by the 3 main shareholders, and it's just a decision to grow the business in a way that we are true to our belief, which is to be the most loved seafood brand. And we want to do it this way. I mean, you never know what the future holds, but we certainly are determined at this stage to grow on our own and to grow with partners. So our licensees in the outlying countries are incredible partners. They know their territory well. We know our brand well. And it's a choice we've made. It makes us more agile. We're very quick decision makers. And we don't have to go through lots of processes. And also the founders who are still involved in the business, they love it. So it's their passion.
Do they eat there?
We all eat there. We eat anything.
And who's going to win the July tomorrow?
I only know about fish, Alec, not horses.
Pierre Stradom is riding in the July tomorrow, and he's sponsored, or was sponsored by Ocean Basket. So I thought you'd make a connection as of too long ago.
We've moved our sponsorship strategy along quite a while. They don't swim so well.
But it's a great story. It's a great entrepreneurial story.
It is.
And the owners, are they still? You say they're still involved. Are they? Were they private entrepreneurs who just like fish?
Well, the brand was started by the Lazaridis brothers in '95, just after our '94 elections, when everyone was running away and being scared. They decided to invest. The business was started with 800 Rand and a belief that, well, no one's doing seafood at an affordable price. And that was the belief. And that belief of people should not get ripped off. Let's be generous and give them amazing seafood at great value is what started in '95, and then it just grew from there. And at the time, I think people thought they were crazy, because in those days it really was about pizza, burgers and chicken. And if we look at the seafood market now globally, it's a huge market. So that's how it started. And those simple values remain. They've remained in the business. The simplicity of generosity, incredible value, and a touch of madness.
Perhaps if we fast forward to now, 2014, where South Africa's economic fundamentals are slightly under pressure, are you seeing evidence of that in your numbers? Fewer customers coming to your stores? Are you seeing any change?
It definitely is a different world out there. I think what's important, though, and what we remind ourselves of every day, is to keep the pillars of your brand the same. But we certainly have to be more agile and adapt to the economy, adapt to the competitive environment. There are American brands entering South Africa now, and it's a different landscape. But we believe that the values of Ocean Basket, which were always underpinned by everyday value, so we don't give away free stuff on a Monday and discounts on a Tuesday, and that has ensured our success. But the customer's under pressure, and we have to respond in many different ways through being much more innovative.
And you've got it's an interesting concept that you've got, because you've got FisherWays who've come in, fish and chips now, this latest one. Would you say they're more down market than Ocean Basket?
FisherWays is certainly probably the more higher LSM target market takeaway brand. We are going into the takeaway business. We already have 2 stores at the Middelburg Shell Ultra City. Some of the fish and chippers, Their business is more the mass chips, and they sell things like Viennas, whereas we are very true to just seafood, and so is FisherWays. But I certainly wouldn't call FisherWays down market.
I've got to ask you this, Grace. My nephew is a marine biologist, and he doesn't eat fish because he doesn't like the way fish are caught. And he's also very strong on what fish can be eaten and what fish can't. How do you approach that?
Well, I mean, the work that we're doing with WWF and SASSI is huge. Just a few months ago, we were in Cape Town and we made a public commitment that by 2017, all our seafood will be on the green list, which is a huge commitment. We're the first. We've got a couple on the yellow list every now and then. It also changes. So, you know, there are shifts.
Just on the yellow and green list, which one is banned, which is good?
Green is good. Green is good. Green for go, red for no.
Okay.
Yeah. Yellow for.
So you be careful now. Okay.
So that's we're the first restaurant chain to make that commitment to be 100% green. We work very closely with SASSI. We actually just participated in a beach cleanup with them. We are participating with suppliers to build aquaculture farms. There's a lot of work being done. And SASSI and WWF aren't saying don't eat the fish. They're saying let's find ways to ensure that there's food and sea for everybody in the future.
So what fish shouldn't you eat today, and what fish can you eat?
Well, all the fish that were sold in Ocean Basket you can eat. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, things like kingklip is not as green as, you know, where there's lots of work still being done, but a lot of the tunas can't be eaten, a lot of the speciality fishes, a lot of the names I don't even know. But for example, in the East, where seafood is huge, and in Japan, where there's lots of sushi, they don't have a lot of the SASSI or WWF consciousness. But the speciality fishes you can't eat. But there's an app, I don't have my phone with me, that you can download. And
we've got to get it onto Gugu's phone because she didn't know the difference. She's been eating redfish for the last few months. Well, you're supposed to say, well, yeah, maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a huge commitment. We committed to training all of our waiters. I mean, we have over 5,000 waiters.
It's a nice business model here. You're doing good like Google's doing good. You are South African. It sounds like you're from the south of Joburg because you're
I'm a
little bit
girl.
a bit crazy. I mean the brand. A little bit crazy, great value for money, big helpings.
Yes.
Whereas the north of Johannesburg, the helpings are much smaller.
Yeah.
And you're a South African, proudly South African company that is going into the international market. And where to from here? Where's Ocean Basket going to end up? You say you've got a very ambitious goal.
Yeah. Well, we have 8 stores in Cyprus, and this year we are going to open a store in Greece. So we're starting to enter Europe. We have huge ambitions to go into Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, and Egypt. I mean, those states are very, very good for us. We are very successful in areas like that and very welcome. We're about to open a store in Kenya in August in Nairobi, and there's interest in Angola. And our consulates are doing amazing work for us. I mean, we didn't even know that they contacted Setco in Saudi Arabia, but through that connection, there are more doors opening.
Just quickly, we've had Nando's as a huge success story internationally. Do you think you can emulate them?
I think we can be relevant and successful out of South Africa in a way that is suitable to our brand and who we are, definitely.
Grace, it's such a pleasure having you here. Next time, please bring prawns and more green fish. That's the word. Well,
Sorry to bring you lunch. Okay.
Well, that was Grace Harding, company leader at Ocean Basket.